You're listening to Brigade Radio 1.
Welcome to the Antisocial Show.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming to get you.
And here's your hosts, Underblock and Tyson Sater.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another haunted, special presentation of Antisocial Show. I am Hunter Block, and he's
Tyson Sainer. Hello, Hunter. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing quite well, Tyson. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I had a little bit of frustration trying to get this up and running, and I can see that my sound is going to be recording a little bit low tonight, but that's okay. I can fix it later, theoretically, as it's not important. Because this is okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I froze.
Yeah.
We appear to be experiencing some technical difficulties tonight. I guess ghosts, goblins, ghouls, gremlins, anyone's guess, I'll accept. But tonight we have a special presentation tonight.
Yes.
I got to preview it before, obviously. It's also been on the social medias as well, but I got to preview it, and I like it. It's something new, it's something interesting, and it's definitely something bizarre as well, which I like bizarre, so bizarre is good. So, yes, Tyson's got his light underneath his face to, interpretate creepy and macabre and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, I want to wish everyone a happy Halloween as well. But now, Tyson, so what do you have to show for us tonight?
Right, so this is a completely visual episode. I will probably release it as an audio thing, but for the most part, this is for people who tune into the channel on YouTube.
Yes, please do.
So lately I've been playing around with AI art.
AI art.
Yes, that is art that is created by artificial intelligence.
Nice.
So basically, you give a computer a couple of prompts, and it gives you an image of what it thinks you want, and it makes it up from billions and billions of images that it can access, being a computer with a neural network, and then it tries to put something together. So Stable Diffusion is what the technology is called. So I'll say Stable Diffusion is a deep learning text-to-image model released by startup Stability AI in 2022, so very recently. It is primarily used to generate detailed images conditioned on text descriptions, though it can also be applied to other tasks such as in-painting, out-painting, and generating image-to-image translations guided by text prompts. So it's kind of a technical first thing there. If I can, I'll zoom in on it for the. So what do you see there in the little picture there?
Well, it looks like a horse, obviously, in the desert, and it looks like
What's riding that horse?
An astronaut.
Yes,
right?
so that's an astronaut
Nice.
riding a horse. So now, the thing is, this picture very likely did not exist before somebody put in a prompt that said, an astronaut riding a horse. So I've been having a great deal of fun with this program, and I've been generating images and then just seeing where the idea takes me. So I thought I'd start off with Halloween and do some fun stuff and hopefully get a chuckle or two out of Hunter, even though I had, I think, more of a stressful time getting ready for this than Hunter did, because I need you to know, Hunter, I wasn't mad at you at all.
No, I got that.
So you could tell I was really frustrated.
I could tell, my dude. Well, it is frustrating because,
Sure.
I thought Tyson and I have had so little, technical problems that tonight it just kind of reminded us of the old days a little bit. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that's something actually I should have done a prompt on as Podcast Cast Gremlins to see what it came up with. But so you'll see. So the first prompt I decided I'm going to show you is I just put in the term Halloween with a capital H. All right.
All right.
So this is what it gave me, and I can zoom in. So you're going to need to, there you go.
There we go.
Well, yeah. So let me make this a little smaller, kind of fit it into the window, because I got kind of a safety window size here. And also I'll be probably cutting around this. Uh-oh. There's freezing going on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Fuck-a-duck.
We got a couple of trick-or-treaters going on.
Okay, so we're back there. I need you to hold on for a second, and I'm going to stop the recording and restart it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, recording has begun again. Okay, so this is the first image, and you said right before it went to nothing that we have a couple of trick-or-treaters is what it looks like.
Yes.
Yes, well, what is this guy dressed like here?
I want to say some kind of like weird gothic Spider-Man looking dude.
Sure, okay. And then there's what, this gigantic pumpkin.
That looks like, yeah, I mean, there's a gigantic pumpkin behind the kid, and then I'm not really sure what the little kid is supposed to be, but
Yeah, there's something wrong with their faces. Also, appears to be like a couch. I mean, look at these pumpkins. Can you make out what's going on with these?
well, it looks like you got a couple of jack-o'-lanterns, but their faces are basically off. Like the jack-o'-lantern she's holding, her face, his face.
Yeah, it seems to have trouble with faces. It has trouble with faces and has trouble with text, but it is getting better depending on how well known the face is. So, okay, so that's the first one. So it's nothing terribly special. I mean, it's a little strange. I'm not sure exactly what that costume is because it's almost a mummy, but it could be Spider Mummy. I don't know. And also, by the way, where's this extra hand coming from? Or is it this kid's arm going around like that? You see now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like, that's the thing about this is that you look at it and kind of go, okay, but then the more you look, the more it's like something's just not right. And this continues. Here's the next one. Here's a...
Hold on, the screen did froze, dude.
Okay, I'll wait.
Oh, yes.
Why did it put me up there? I don't know. Okay, well...
Come on. There you go.
That was so strange. It was where I wanted it to be, and then I started it, and it went, nope, you're going to be on this screen over there. I'm like, okay.
Oh, my God.
That's my Pete voice from Disney. Okay, so... Anyway, so, people are going to notice this. We're in a different format than we were before, and it's just because we're having technical problems. This is the next one. So we previously were looking at this one. Okay, so anyway, this one here got a bunch of... What do you see on here? Let's see.
Very weird jack-o'-lanterns.
Okay, well, what's weird about them?
Some of them got two mouths. Some of them got a nose and a mouth with no eyes. One looks like a cyclops.
Yeah.
His nose is up top, and then he's got his two eyes.
It's getting closer to some of these here. Yeah, by the way, let me know if you want stuff zoomed in on, because I will do that. So you'll let me know if you need to see stuff closer if you can't quite see it, okay?
Okay.
That'll be part of the experience, because people are theoretically going to be watching this. This isn't, all right, here's the next one. I'm sorry.
They're all mutilated.
Something weird, right? Yeah, let me look at that. What the heck is Okay, so there's Halloween Heian.
Halloween Heian, right?
There's a lot of
Happy Halloween Heian.
Yeah, there's Woe Black Pumpkins Bama Lamb going on here. I mean they're not orange. Now these ones down here are kind of orange, but I mean, like, what the heck's going on? What the heck is going? Go ahead.
Well, one looks high as hell. He's got his big eyes. He's got like a weird looking mouth and something popping out of it like a tongue or something like that. One's got two mouths and no eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the hell that thing is right there. That looks like a dog.
Right. What is that? What is that? Right. And now if you put it out just to here and you kind of like normal size, you're kind of like, okay, I see pumpkins. I see something that looks like Halloween. But then the more you look at it, it's like, oh God, what is that? What is happening?
That looks like oh my God, I don't even know what to make of that.
You're not alone. I kind of like this one. This is probably one of my favorite ones because this is a very like cheerful looking, like
normalized one,
single toothed jack-o'-lantern.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to explain what a jack-o'-lantern was to my son, and the difference between a pumpkin and a jack-o'-lantern. Anyway, so then we got like what looks like a ghost here, and
with a comma and a semicolon for a pair of eyes.
Right. And then like I don't know, a horse coming through a portal. I'm not sure if that's a horse or if that's from a carousel or if that's a witch there. I just can't tell.
Well, that looks like a witch.
Oh.
And that does in fact look like a horse.
It is vaguely horse shaped, certainly. What about this here? I mean, okay, so here, pumpkin on the right, looks. Is this
Looks normal.
what's going on here? Is this two mouths? Is this a mustache? What are we doing here?
Looks like two mouths.
It does look like two mouths. There's going to be a lot of two mouths going on. And then just because these guys are up here, I don't know. It looks like melting pumpkin faces to me. Maybe a pumpkin moon. Whatever it is. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Well, that looks like the Assassin's Creed symbol on the moon.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Well,
Got one kid shot in the forehead. That's great.
Uh-huh.
And his buddy next to him looks like a mannequin.
Yeah, well, they
The
both
wig.
kind of look vaguely mannequin-esque, don't they?
Yeah, you're right. They do.
Right. And look, they have, okay, there's appears to be some three-finger stuff going on. Now, this could be normal, but because this is AI art, when I say normal, I mean like, we could be looking at an actual photo of something. No, this is a photo that is constructed from what the computer thinks we mean by Halloween. So it searches for as many images, and then it just sort of combines them to give us the best. What is that? What is happening on the
Creepy.
foot there? It is. It gets very creepy. Now this pumpkin here, this looks great.
It looks normal.
I would take I would blot that out everything and just use that as a picture of a jack-o'-lantern. Maybe I'd put some lights in its eyes or something. But that could pass as like. But these, what these kids, they look like sort of like without, if they had hoods, they would look kind of like those things in Phantasm. They'll
You know what it is?
Also, good Lord, what the heck is happening here? Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
So here, like zoom out of that. Let's look at the kids' faces, for example, right? So
Okay.
like him, he's okay. He looks like he got shot in the head. His nose is screwed up. His mouth is like weird. His eyes are like almost jet black.
Cool faux hawk, though.
Yeah, but you notice that there's no emotion. Like again, like those are emotionless eyes right there.
Right. So it has trouble with faces. It really does. Yeah.
It has trouble with emotions because it's AI.
Well, what's interesting is that the more faces there are available of having to do with the same person, the better the image comes out, but also still makes it can be quite weird. All right, so here's another. Get one. Okay, great looking jack-o'-lantern and don't Pilgrim,
No.
which cousin it, but with the hair head.
Screw that. They look like demons. All right.
Okay.
Just say what it is. They're friggin' demons. I mean, let me tell you something, people. I'm not gonna go on my usual rant, but this is a very Tyson can disagree. Oh my, that's just creepy. Whatever that doohickey right there. That thing with the eye.
Looks like a pumpkin with an eyeball is what it looks like.
Yeah, but it's like staring up at the one kid with murderous intentions.
These two are looking up at this one here. They're like, why can't we be as pretty as you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I need a. I'm trying to figure out a way to do I need a blank, like I need another hole in my head reference, but I just can't. It's just not there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is.
It gets better. It gets better, and this is.
I'm sure, and more creepier.
Yeah, but I picked out some really good ones with you for some classic movie monsters, and we're gonna get to see some really interesting takes on them. But we got to get through these just with the Halloween. Okay, lots of jack-o'-lanterns, and then.
Oh my God, that's so disturbing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
that is so disturbing. No, closer up is disturbing because what you got that guy looks like it looks like some kind of demon with a pumpkin head, kind of just like lurching in the background. And then you got this like weird thing. It looks like, first of all,
maybe it's like a pacifier, but no, sorry, yeah.
It looks like metal teeth of some kind. And
yeah.
His eyes are just like doing like weird demonic possession crap. And yeah, no.
Again, it has trouble with faces. And by the way, jack-o'-lanterns are faces, and it sort of understands what the jack-o'-lantern is, but for some reason, human face it has trouble with. And in this back here, I don't know why this is here. I mean, there's just steps and then something, and then just 3 columns. It's like,
and
what?
then it looks like there's a demon or some type of pumpkin-headed monster like lurking in the background.
Sure. And it's like, what's this for? And then the answer is, it's not 4, it's 3. That's a Rob Brydon reference. Okay, moving on. And then I think that's going to be. Oh no, okay. So I've got this one and three more before we're done with just the Halloween prompt. So what do you think?
That's just creepy, man.
So what's happening there? Can you describe what you're seeing?
Uh, um, that kid that looks like a whatever the hell that kid is.
This one or this one?
No, the one with the orange.
Okay.
Okay, he looks like he would like break into your house and murder you in your sleep if you didn't have candy on Halloween.
Uh-huh.
And the other one, that too.
That one looks cheerful.
It shouldn't look cheerful.
But also, is this kid's other arm just really long? Or is this person's arm and it's put in a cloak to make it look, oh, you know what? They both got one cloak on and they're holding a pumpkin up. That's what that looks like. That's probably a real thing, but like the faces just aren't quite right. Like I feel like that's somebody's tried that pose before. Like maybe that's two kids posing as one pumpkin-headed creature or something. That's actually pretty cool looking. Like if you didn't get so close and be like, Giger, something. Okay. So let's see. Then we got this one. This is a witch. It looks like we got maybe some bats decorating the wall, and then more jack-o'-lanterns. It seems to understand that jack-o'-lanterns are the Halloween. And then, oh dear God, what's happening there?
What the hell's up with the face? It's like this bloody white thing with blood dripping down. And
also, what's with these fluffy bits and what's with the cat's eye on a witch hat? Like it can't decide what it's showing us, whether it's a black cat. And by the way, these aren't really bats. These are just like kind of triangles that vaguely suggest bats at a distance rather, or maybe feathers. This one has this pumpkin rather, this jack-o'-lantern has, I don't know, it has a drawn-on mustache that looks 3D because you can see the edge there. It looks like a 3D thing, but there's no light coming through, so it's like it doesn't understand where the light's coming from. That's probably one of the things it has trouble with recognizing the jack-o'-lanterns, is not understanding that there's light coming from inside it.
Right.
All right. And then let's see. This is the second to last one.
Yeah, just all kinds of no. just all kinds of no.
I told you this. See, this is fun for me, so because it is just horrendous. But like I've been sort of. That's like kind of a xenomorph, sort of.
It is
kind of.
That one's that skeleton kid's fingers are just way too friggin' long.
Oh yeah, you can see the
claws.
They do. And then
that child looks like a dead baby with some type of like Egyptian thing on her head, like
This here. Oops, I'll go back. Yeah, it's not exciting, but it's maybe Shakespeare in the background there or something. And then like this looks like this is a hand or something holding up a costume. Like this is like a weird veil monster holding up an empty children's costume, being like, "I ate this" or something. Also, like a spider web and then the orange, and it's not sure what's going on here. But yeah, okay, so there's that. And then this one. This is the end one. So it's like, okay, pumpkin, oh God. And it's like, is it web? Is it bat wing? It can't decide. It does not know what it is. But,
looks like dragon wings.
Oh yeah, it does. It's a little more detailed though. You notice there's a little more photorealism going on with things that just like, oh, and I like that there's paper cutouts of leaves and that there's wood. So it's like the normal things, the things that are relatively normal start becoming more comforting,
Yes.
Okay, so that's Halloween. What do you think so far?
Those would make really creepy, dark, bizarre type, Halloween screensavers or pictures on your wall. But I mean, so far it's interesting. I mean, it's again, it's AI, so it's always interesting with AI because you never know what AI is going to pop up. And this is just AI is taking over our lives, people.
Sure. So what I did is I decided to try experiments with Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, and Hell Priest, or what I call him, Pinhead from Hellraiser.
Yes.
And so I decided to first see if I could get all 4 of them in the same image. And it didn't quite work, but I got some interesting results. And then eventually I started putting them solo into things, and that helped. So I will show you my first results with attempting to get them all in the same thing. If I can. Oh, good. Okay, so let me close this. Yeah. So there. It's apparently it's quite confused. I mean, look at that. What the heck?
I don't even know what the hell that is.
So I think this is supposed to be Jason Voorhees, but wait, no, this is supposed to be Jason Voorhees. But wait, no. This is, to me, this is like Charlie Brown's messed up ghost costume.
It is, because it's got all those holes in it.
Yeah, so the caption should be like, I got a rock. On this here. I got a rock. And this face here, that's kind of like, oh shoot. Okay, no, I thought it was freezing for a second there.
No.
This is like kind of like a Dr. Phibes situation or something, or one of those characters with like a melted wax face or something. So that's the first one, and then there's more. Eh?
That's so weird.
Yeah, you see how it frames out certain things? Like this is actually, yeah, this is where the picture stops up here. So it like, you know, it sometimes has trouble like putting a whole face in an image. So it's dealing with, it's a 512 pixel by 512 pixel image. And you can create those. Michel Wilhelm Haraz also has trouble with text. I think I mentioned that. And it costs 1 credit to make 1 image at 512 by 512, and 1 credit is about a penny. But I like to do like 5 at a time, and it tends to make, you know, a nickel per generation. So then there's this one. This is still those 4 guys supposedly together in one thing, and this is what it's giving me. So that's what it's giving with that prompt. So I mean, look how interesting that is, though.
That is creepy as hell.
And very stylistically different than the previous one. This looks like this guy's got a big paintbrush or something. He's got something through his hand and his head, maybe. Maybe that's what's happening.
Yep.
And then Gort Klatu Vradu Niktu sort of with the head there, but then it's like one of the policemen from THX 1138 or something. I don't even know. All right. Then we got this one. Huh?
Yeah.
It's like a Monster Family portrait.
It is.
I mean, it's still not all 3 of the people, but it is a take on. I mean, this is almost like American Gothic. This is like a Grant Wood or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean,
that's just pretty badass.
This is just kind of a cool image of Jason. You know. I mean, it's not all 4 of them, but it is cool. I don't know what I'm looking at. There is sort of like a dreadlocky kind of thing going on here, either like a scarecrow or something.
That could be.
Yeah. Oh.
Hannibal Lecter as Jason.
I mean, yeah, this one's got an open mouth. I mean, these have all got an open mouth. I mean, we got like you said, like Hannibal Lecter kind of thing here. Got like Duff Goldman here. He's even got the beard. Ace of Cakes here. And then, or unless this guy's hair, and this guy, I don't know. He looks sort of like one of the gray aliens from Communion. All right, so here's this one. It looks like there's like rivets, maybe holding on something. I'm not sure what's going on there. What do you see?
I see madness, dude. I see like something you would see in like the sub basement of an insane asylum right there.
And this was a computer that just like, but I think you want
this.
That
is like so bizarre.
And it's not even like it went out and found somebody else's drawing and is like, here. It's more like it found a bunch of things and then
just morphed it.
And then, yeah. All right, let's
see.
It's
like a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. This is kind of cool, too.
That's cool.
I don't know why there's a nose hole, but I do like that there's sort of like a red light in the eye there. And if we zoom in, you can zoom in pretty far on these.
You know why?
Why what?
Why there's a nose hole? because
so they can breathe. No, I'm sorry.
no, if you look at all the different masks that Jason Voorhees has worn,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple of different ones. One of them actually does have a nose hole.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I like, this side actually look, I mean, if it wasn't cut off at the bottom there, although it's not terrible. Now, theoretically, I could always regenerate this one and then see if I could get it more center frame, but because I'm just still learning more about this program and how it works. And then I got the last one that's supposed to be all four of them.
But yet you only see two. That is so weird.
This is real, like, kind of like Godzilla, Son of Godzilla vibes.
I mean, that one looks like it has a mouth.
It does. So this one, it looks like it's like smiling. It's got his shirt, the thing that's like, I mean, stylistically, this is pretty much Jason. And then this one has like almost like Rorschach kind of stuff going on. And meanwhile, what the heck is this that it's holding, or stuck to the end of? Like, what is that?
That's weird.
But yes, it is weird. But this is also stylistically consistent with how the rest of it is designed. So it's like it's like it was almost something, but it couldn't quite finish drawing it. So that's those. And then I decided to put. So then because I had done the prompt Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, I decided to add to the prompt on Mount Rushmore to see what it would come up with. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first one it came up with.
Looks nothing like Jason Voorhees.
Well,
I mean, especially the stone face. I mean, that looks like, you know who that looks like?
but this here?
Yeah.
Who's
He
that look
looks like, oh my God. Do you remember, hold on, I gotta Google this guy because I'll never get his name right. Hold on.
I'm glad we didn't try to do this live. I would have been losing my mind when we were trying to set up early and it wasn't working.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
alrighty. Having some, not a sponsor, gin and tonic, Cutwater or something or other. Cutwater gin and tonic.
Yes. So he looks to me like Godfrey Holder.
Jeffrey Holder?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Jeffrey. I don't know why I said Godfrey. Whatever.
It looks
Jeffrey
like
Holder.
Well, I can't remember. Who's Jeffrey Holder? Why does that sound familiar?
Hold on. I'll look at your phone. I'm gonna text him to you.
In my head, I'm seeing Jeffrey Rush, and I know that's not the right person. So there's 5 of these.
I sent it to you.
Okay. Isn't coming through yet. Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah, Jeffrey Holder from Punjab, and also from Live and Let Die, and he's a dancer. And I think my understanding is a very tall dude and lanky. All right, and he was also the 7-Up spokesman for many years on Saturday mornings. I would say crystal clean, no caffeine, feeling 7-Up.
Yes.
And he had limons. This Sprite is made with limons. Where these limons come from, nobody knows.
I remember that.
Yeah, I do miss those days. Okay, so aspects of those days. So all in all, though, it's not quite those 4 guys on Mount Rushmore, but it is interesting. See, that's the thing, is you're always going to get interesting results. Some of them are funnier than others. Here's this one. It's almost insane Jason Posse.
It is.
Or it's vaguely luchadore. If you notice this, it's kind of self-contained. This is kind of like got like almost like a, I don't know what that is, but like it's significantly different. And this one is like the first one and the second one, except it's also kind of more like bleeding. And then there's this odd little curlicue in his still very much a Jason jacket or shirt type thing, that whatever that thing is, that overshirt, the jacket combination that he wears. And then this here looks literally like this is the only one that's made out of a mountain, because it looks like it's made of stone and has trees coming out of the head. See?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's that one.
That looks like the Japanese version of Jason Voorhees.
It does look like there's a bit of kabuki going on there, yeah. And then it appears to be kind of a mountain in the background, but still not really the 4 of those guys on Mount Rushmore. See, now this is the point, is it does have trouble with, it's not a perfect thing, but it is very interesting what your results will be. And then that's the second to last one. So we've got Mask on a character, mask on a character, mask on a character, totally different mask on a character, mask on a wall.
Yep.
Maybe. Unless the character is also part of that wall. Hard to say. And then this one is probably the closest to getting on a Mount Rushmore kind of situation going on. And also these faces are kind of, that's more of a Mike Myers look, because that looks more like the Inside Out Shatner mask. And this almost looks like these are a better cross between Jason Voorhees and Mike Myers probably than most of the other ones we've seen. Like even this one.
Oh, definitely.
Like this is still one of my favorites probably. Because I feel like this could be on a t-shirt or have some kind of a logo, you know?
It could be on a t-shirt with a logo.
Could be something, yeah. Anyway, so, and then, is that the last one? That's the last one of that. So, that didn't go so well, but it was interesting. Got a chuckle out of Hunter. That's what I was going for. So, let's see here. So, now, I've got some solo work with, we've got Freddy and Michael Myers. Which should we be interested in seeing first?
Yeah, let's do Freddy.
Okay, and also some of these are going to be mixed up a bit.
I'm currently mad at Michael Myers right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so we got Freddy Krueger. So this is Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Specifically is how I put the prompt in. Some of these are pretty interesting. I keep saying that, and so far, hopefully it's been true. So that's the first one. Huh?
I have a feeling that's how whatever generation is after the millennials, I have a feeling that's how they would do their version of Freddy Krueger. Kind of like emo-ish, kind of like...
There's something going on there, yeah. Plus,
yeah,
it almost looks like a spear through his neck, but it's also definitely not going through his neck. It's like a background element that's just kind of there. It actually doesn't need to be there at all to give any kind of depth or anything. So, given a touch-up or anything around this, erasing some of its hair or something, this image could be something. Ah, yes. That's a good one.
No, that's creepy.
Right? But like the art style, yeah, will vary wildly. There. Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That's badass.
Look at the detail of the kind of like...
Kind of like made of like wood or stone or something like that.
Yeah, it's almost like an engraving or etching. But it's also got, it's black and white and red. And only red in certain spots. Like the choices that some of it makes it is pretty interesting. Ah, here we go. Speaking of black and white and red.
That makes him look more like an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Coming for Thanksgiving.
Also kind of like a pilgrim.
That too.
And vaguely like a cake. Like it almost looks like it's made of fondant. Well, I've been watching a lot of Spring Baking Championship and Holiday Baking Championship, and like fondant has kind of like a specific look to it. Anyway.
That's the redneck version of Freddy Krueger.
It's pretty interesting. This is almost...
Go ahead.
I was saying it's almost Andrew Robinson.
Mm-hmm. I'm Freddy Krueger, and I'm going to make you squeal like a pig.
So, that one's very much like the first one.
That is so bizarre.
Yeah, and there's something going on here.
That's creepy, too. It's almost like Gangster Freddy.
There's something going on, yeah. And plus, since there's a bit of blur going on in the background, it does kind of it makes this pop out and look almost real.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
that's crazy,
right? That's Krueger.
Oh my god, that's just yeah. I like that one too.
Yeah, that one's pretty interesting. But like, there's no. I mean, okay, so that's kind of cool because it's like a knife in the background. Don't know what's happening with his hand here. This is kind of disappearing into himself, and then there really isn't a face there. But at a distance, it's pretty cool looking.
That's what makes it creepy.
Right. And then the last one looks like that. So it's like a tiger stripe coat or something. I'm not sure. This is almost like a casual, it's got like a...
He's got like a Tiger King meets Mr. Rogers thing going on.
Definitely something going on like that. Okay, so there's that one. So then I thought, well, it might be interesting if I put in. So now what this is Freddy Krueger in Fritz Lang's Metropolis.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. These are all going to be Freddy Krueger in Fritz Lang's Metropolis. I especially like this one because this looks like a background that was projected, like they used to do in old black and white films.
Right.
Meanwhile, this looks more sharp, like a cutout image. It's kind of hard to say. Huh?
It's bizarre, man.
Right? That's vaguely Cenobite.
It is.
That's more like Fritz Lang's Hellraiser.
Yep.
Ah, that's one of my favorites. Look at that.
That's and that's Freddy Krueger, right?
It's Freddy Krueger in Fritz Lang's Metropolis, or what the computer thinks is that.
That's crazy.
Right? Okay. Let's see how many more of these are.
Good though.
Right. Yeah, pretty good. Okay.
Oh, all right.
Uh-huh. And then these hands here are very kind of like. Now, have you ever seen Fritz Lang's Metropolis?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's worth a look. It's a silent movie. It's a couple hours long, but it's really good. It's classic. Like a classic achievement in filmmaking from its time, from like I think it's 1920s. I can't remember specifically, but it's quite a long time ago. But it's
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Look at that.
Can you imagine if Freddy Krueger looked like that in one of the movies? That'd be fantastic.
Right. Well, I mean, this is kind of like imagining what would he look like in that era, maybe. And so it's kind of like like devolving the look to kind of give it that old sort of like. Because this looks like old stagecraft, like painted on lines now. It's kind of getting a little less distinct. It's almost drawn on costume, and then you get closer and it's like, oh no, it's not 3D. Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So there's something going on here, and then hello over there.
That's crazy.
That's a cheerful looking fella. The closer you look, the more it actually kind of has a realistic sort of depth to it. I mean, this kind of looks like a photograph of something awful from back then. This could be something. And let's see. All right. But like this drawn on painted background or curtain or something, you know? And look at the stripes and how they almost look like vines or something.
And that's right from the sweater too.
What's that?
Combination of it.
Say again?
No, since he wears a striped sweater to begin with.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then look at his hands. There's like slight claws going on there or something.
Yep. They changed his. That's good though.
But his other hand,
looks all sinister.
Does. And then meanwhile, his head, looks a little bit like Hitler.
You're right. It does.
Just a little bit. Maybe it's the mustache.
Slightly Hitlerish.
It's vaguely Hitlerish. Unfortunately. All right, and then let's see here. Oh, there we go.
Now that looks like Pinhead.
It does, doesn't it? Pinhead yielded some interesting results as well.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. At least I like what's going on with the eyes here.
Indeed.
There's some cool stuff happening. And then again, the foreground element is sharp, but the background is blurred, so it gives it depth, which is interesting. Okay, yeah, well, it can't all be winners, but that's still interesting looking. Why?
Interesting.
Why are its eyes the only thing that have color? What's going on there? I do like it does still look tactile, or it looks kind of like wax or something.
Demon eyes.
Yeah. And then that's the last one. This guy's like, why me? Wah, wah. What's going on?
Womp womp.
Yep.
That's great though too though, because there's kind of with this one right here there's kind of like anguish
Mm-hmm.
in his face. So it did it was able to generate emotions in some of these ones. And like I said, this one right there is kind of like he's insane. He's twisted. He's tormented. You can see it all in his face.
Absolutely. There's something going on there. Okay, so we're going to have to stop the session in a moment, and I will put up this coming up next is a series of photographs called Jason Voorhees in Fritz Lang's Metropolis. Pretty good, huh?
That is pretty good.
I like that one. So, what do you think of this exercise so far?
It's pretty cool.
There's a lot to. It's a lot of fun to play around with. You get some interesting results. Also, all these images are basically you own them when you make them.
Nice.
So, I'm selling some stuff on my Redbubble right now. People can go to www.tysonsander.com and they can find a link to my Redbubble store, and it's got some stuff I did where I combined things that look like the Muppets but are legally distinct from a style that looks like Hieronymus Bosch but is legally distinct. So I could put out other ones. I could even put out this image if people liked it enough. Now look closely here. We've got... It's almost like Baraka with the knife hands, you know?
Yes.
From Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat 2, I believe. Yeah.
No, not Mortal Kombat. Isn't it Street? No, yeah, no, you're right. Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. All right, and let's see. We got about 10 of these. So I'll just kind of go through them and make them bigger. And then if you see anything interesting, you can say something. It's more the style. Remember, this is Jason Voorhees and Fritz Lang's Metropolis. So it has the style correct, which is pretty cool. So this looks like a curtain, and this looks like a street lamp. So it's almost
It's kind of got like a 1920s New York City feel to it.
Right, except for the curtain. So it's almost like a play, a 1920s play or something. The curtain's bizarre. Yeah. Now the shape changes from thing to thing. I like this one has a more pronounced nose, and it's like there's also this thing about hole placement. Oh, he looks kind of happy actually. Look at that. It's almost like a smile. Mm-hmm. It's like dimples. That's the other thing. So it has to deal with the hockey mask and sort of figure out what is a face. So part of the fun of because of the fact it's hard for it to do perfect human faces or realistic human faces. Like this one doesn't even bother with the face, and also the shirt is kind of a little more. I'm not sure what that looks like. The pants are kind of baggy. That's bizarre, isn't it?
It is bizarre.
And it's like sepia tone. I like this jacket. It has a little bit of a furry collar. Like maybe Jason's a bit cold.
And jacked.
Oh, you know what? This is almost like Bane. Didn't Bane have like a fur collar? Or
yeah, he did.
In the Dark Knight Returns or Rises or the hell Rises?
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. So it's like Jason Bane. Oh, and also not happy. That's more frowny. Upset Jason. Nothing. I mean, it's black and white. Yeah, you know. Sometimes you just get like, oh yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, look at the architecture there. That's pretty cool.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, and this one now he's a little more kind of like thin and kind of like, I don't know how else to describe that. And then there's that one. It's a foggy street. And then if you zoom in closer, this is almost like, oh, there's a little spot of pink. And then it's like almost like a demented clown face.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, though. If this was upscaled, yeah, that could be. And meanwhile, this hand is... I
don't even know what's going on with that one hand.
And this hand is...
claws.
But, you know...
A metal clawed hand.
The sort of wet skin tone is consistent, though. So it's like... It's almost more amazing what it gets right. than what it gets wrong, because you just look at some of these things and be like, nope, and they'd be like, but there's a little something in there that's kind of cool. I got no head, almost a machete. Not sure what that is, why that's doing that, and also not sure if this was supposed to say something or not. But I like the windows. I think those are pretty cool. Any thoughts?
Jason from the future.
Jason from the future. It's almost like there's like a Spartan helmet element to it, with that little thump going up there, and also almost like an insect. This is like a bee, and then like it's like, what is this? A heart-shaped series of holes? It's fascinating what it will come up with. I like that one. That doesn't even
For the criminally insane.
See, yeah, that's kind of like a old prison sort of outfit, like you would see in one of those movies. And then, but he's got these like little, I don't know, like antenna or places where you hook up electricity. The mouth is much more. It's like this sinister portal. Something's going on there, you know. Yeah. And then there's two left. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just looking ahead to see what's coming. This is interesting. He's kind of lounging up against the wall there, it looks like, or, you know, but the wall also looks like it's like set. It looks like it's like cardboard, or not cardboard, but you know, a wooden set is what it looks like. And this looks like it's supposed to be one of those hanging phone booth things, or, you know, it's vaguely phone shaped, and then you get closer and it's like, oh no, it just sort of falls apart. And his face is, I don't know. It's, that's, I wonder if this is just amusing to me. All right. And then finally.
What about his hands, though?
Hold on. Gotta dance.
God, now that looks like a scarecrow.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Look at his hands. They look like monster hands.
Oh, yeah, they do. Well, yeah, I mean, they are.
Claws.
Huh? Claws. You get closer, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah.
Kind of.
And then this one here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I thought it looks like he's holding something, almost like to me it looks like he's striking a pose and about to tap dance. Maybe he's got his arm out, and the mask is just gone to pieces. It's fallen apart. So
yeah.
All right. So what do you think so far?
It's very bizarre. Interesting, very good, but bizarre.
Absolutely. So, so we got Mike Myers.
Yeah, let's give him a shot.
All right. So I'm going to start bringing in the Mike Myers here. Michael Myers, I should say, to indicate that it's the creature, not the lovable actor, comedian. So that's, yeah. So this Michael Myers has got a bit of style. He's got like denim and blue jeans.
He does.
Kind of a nice blue collar shirt. It's kind of like a Bruce Springsteen sort of Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then this one.
Kind of a sad clown.
Yeah. A little bit like a jack-o'-lantern, too.
Interesting.
Huh? Yeah, right. I like that his hair is also kind of mask, but it's like separate. So there's like a hairline, but it's also a mask.
Right.
But like a separate mask. It's like a mask that's specifically hair-shaped and one separate that's specifically face-shaped. Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Eh?
I'll tell you what it looks like. This one anyway. It looks like there's circuit boards in his eyes and his mouth. Like a circuit board chip.
Oh yeah. Yeah, something going on there. Plus it's like he has a grill. Kinda. And he's airbrushed, sort of. Like there's sort of an airbrush quality to the shading. oh, oh, this is like, okay, so what does that remind you of? So I can tell you what it reminds me of, but I'll wait until you kind of give it a go. It's not guess what Tyson's thinking. It's literally, what does it make you look like? What does it look like to you, or what does it kind of make you think of?
The alien from Enemy Mine, really.
Interesting. Okay. To me, it kind of gives me sort of Mason Verger. It's Gary Oldman's character from Hannibal.
Oh, yes.
Kind of gives me those vibes. Like he's got an extra layer, or like an extra layer of protective skin to cover the skin that he doesn't have or that's messed up, kind of thing going on, like a multi-face or like a leather face kind of thing going on, but also kind of like stretched. And then a little bit of it is those one of the alien sets from Star Trek Insurrection. Angry and also kind of like a pumpkin.
Yes, and he's got his fangs on the bottom of his mouth.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's kind of okay. That's close. I like the, don't know. It's like a square blade.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the hair, isn't it? The hair is hilarious. Look at that.
And he looks like he's fat.
He does kind of, but I mean, look at the hair. It's like clown hair. He's got Chucky hair.
Yes.
He does.
And he's got clown hair.
Yep. Is this fun at all? Or is this like boring?
No, it's fun. It's funny.
And a computer did all of these. You know, I just gave it a prompt and then I saved the best ones that I liked and made a compilation of these. This is just fascinating. Now this kind of looks like almost like a
kiss.
Kind of spear. Oh yeah, it's like, and also by the way, the hair is the same.
Yes.
It's almost like there might be a wrestler that it thinks is with hair that does this, that it thinks is Michael Myers in certain pictures, because this is almost like Sting or something going on. Like there's some like a half luchador, fan of the opera, not sure kind of thing going on. That's not bad.
No,
I mean it's not Michael Myers, but it's pretty cool looking. As far as the drawing goes, like it's, I'm not sure why there's a window in the forehead there. But it's got more of a cleaver. Like I think this is what I'm seeing though. Like what are you seeing?
Oh no, I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing.
Okay, and by the way, the hair. It's the same hair. It's just in black and white now.
Right.
Like what would make it freakier is if it was actually the only thing that was in color and it was that weird red-orange color. That would make it worse or better. Hard to say. If you want to see any of these again, I can go back. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Is this getting to be too much? Because it's meant to be a little trippy.
It's funny.
Also, by the way, this one is signed by Mudgemergen. Anyway.
I don't.
Also, so we've got the window forehead hair. It kind of looks like car seat vinyl or something. And the hair. It's got the hair.
It looks like friggin' Karen, dude. It looks like that's like the Michael version Myers of Karen right there.
So look how, like I can get into like 5,000 magnification on these, and this is like
crazy.
It's pretty cool. And the detail is nice for 512 by 512. Now you can, it basically, if you do it by twice the resolution rather than upscaling it yourself, like if you generate it at 1024 by 1024, it goes from 1 penny per picture to 9. So it becomes, better just to start everything at 512 and then upscale it.
Get off my lawn.
It's like Mitch McConnell Myers.
Dude, I'm not even going to lie to you. The reason why I'm mad at Michael Myers is because, first of all, Halloween was in 1978, obviously 2 years before I was born. But, my entire life up until right now, I'm on the cusp of 42. Next month, I'll be 42 years old. But so now 41 years of my life has spanned it out with this masked killer who, has been synonymous with Halloween, like the holiday, my entire life. And Halloween ends. Like, I seriously thought that like it was going to go out with like some epicness and some dignity or whatever, and I would have been okay with that. But it's just complete. It's I'm sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis, if you ever hear this, I do apologize, but it is complete crap. I was so heartbroken.
Well, eventually I'll see this thing, so
please don't.
No, I'm going to eventually. So, all right, this is this
looks like old man Mike Myers.
Yeah, it's weird because this definitely looks like Mask.
Yes.
And then this is more like Skin.
It's old man Mike Myers.
So it's like there's face here and a prosthetic going around there that makes it give the illusion of... But again, the hair. The orange hair. I guess does Michael Myers have orange hair?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. All right. Oh, you think that's good? This next one, he doesn't have hair, but also, well, I don't know how to, here you go.
I don't even know what to make of that.
Well, he's cross-eyed, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I actually kind of like this one. I think this would look good, like singing. That would be fun. All right, let's see here. Okay, so it doesn't have the orange hair. Well, it is kind of like... All right, well, yeah, it's fine. It's orange.
80s version of Michael Myers.
Yeah, I like that the face is a little more defined and that there's also kind of like, there's a little bit of Jason Voorhees there, which is interesting because it's not in the prompt at all. Literally, the prompt is Michael Myers from the Halloween movie series, and these are the images I've been getting from that. Oh, boy. And then this one.
Definitely Japanese, dude. That's got Japanese written all over it.
And again, the hair. This is so strange looking. This. I mean, it's so strange what it locks down and what it can't lock down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Here it doesn't even bother with the head. So this is the second to last one. It's not going with the head. There's no hand over here. It looks like more pajamas than anything else. And then this hand or limb or implement or something. Well, it didn't quite come together. Because that's, I guess that's what's going to happen. So it decides no head there. And then for the last one, it's like, here's a few. With different hairstyles.
Oh my God, it looks like something you get off Wish.
It does. And meanwhile, the hair. The hair looks really realistic on this one. And then it looks like it's got kind of like veiny stuff going on. But then this is like, we got like... It's like Genesis or something. Like, what is this? Like, there's Phil Collins. I don't remember what. One of them, this looks like Sting over here. Kind of. Like actual Sting. And then I'm not sure, this may be Paul Schaefer? Ooh. I don't know who that is. But he has like an expression. So that's this is what we've been getting for the Michael Myers.
Oh my God! You know what there's a place in Princeton. It's a haunted attraction, and they're advertising that it is not scary or spooky in any way. It's a G-rated, safe, haunted place to go to, and that top mask looks like it. That's what you would see there, is like this weird looking Michael Myers with a happy face on, and that's hilarious.
All right, so moving on, I did more of Michael Myers, but what I did this time is a run. I figured since it's been working for me so far, here's a run of Michael Myers in Fritz Lang's Metropolis. so, yeah, okay. Don't know. I like that there's a dual wielding going on. It's vaguely ninja something. I like that it all kind of looks like a conceptual art because it's so strange how some of them are like sculptures, some of them are clearly drawing, some of them are paintings, some of them are. That's almost like, well, what does that look like? Kind of
Aztec.
I was thinking there's like an aspect of Batman to that, but like only with one horn. Yeah, Batman, because Batman has horns.
Ears.
Yeah, ears. He has a cowl with fake ears on top of it. I wonder if those ever come in handy.
Probably not.
Or what do you do with one of those? Like maybe open a beer or something. You stick it on the point and kind of like, and then, yeah. Like this, he's like, yeah, like what? I mean, look at his mouth. Now this actually kind of looks more like the robot from Metropolis, which is actually kind of the point. So I was wondering, because Michael Myers' face is kind of like, aside from the eyes, nose, and mouth, it's basically featureless. Like there's not, freckles, facial hair. It's very kind of flat, kind of like my face, or not even eyebrows. And then there's the Metropolis robot, and it's close. It's close. Anyway, so moving on.
That looks like Kiss.
Yeah. Like, and dog ears or something going on there. Well,
Somebody's nightmare.
Somebody's nightmare. Standing right behind me, isn't he? And yet they kind of both look at it like each other. Well, this one actually kind of looks more sort of like, yeah, this is actually probably the friendliest one. Is that one? That one just kind of looks like a robot. And meanwhile, this one,
looks happy enough.
Sure. I don't know. Yeah. And then I'm not sure what's going on with this hand over here. Anyway. I like this one. This one's pretty simple. This would be a good album cover, I think. Or a thumbnail for something. Or maybe like a caption right there.
You should what happens if you would like actually load like the anti-social show, just that? What type of image that would pop out?
With the Antisocial Show logo?
Well, just giving it the prompts, just anti-social show, and see what just kind of generates.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah. I did actually try running the logo through the image processor. I got some interesting results and some not so interesting, but we'll show those another time. Yeah, I should do that. I should put antisocial and show, or maybe put antisocial as one word, or antisocial as one word, and then show. Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Myers. What do you want? I think it's pretty strange that you like to watch all these movies with these killers in them. Yeah. What do you think? What do I look like to you? I look like I'm going to kill you? Look like I'm friendly? It's too bad this guy is doing his impression of me isn't funny at all. Yeah, it is too bad. That is pretty cool though. So I mean, so that's like a handsome Michael Myers. And no hair. But there is this sort of like darker sort of metal, probably metal. Like I think that's the thing, is it's trying to make a robot out of Mike Myers because Metropolis has robots. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's also kind of cool, though. I feel like there should be a caption here, because what's going to happen is that people are going to look at the caption, and then they're only eventually they'll look at the face and be like, ugh. And some people are really hyper like focused on faces. It's the first place they go, so like it's the first thing they notice when something's wrong. Okay. Is this a person in a chair in the foreground? It's so hard to tell because this bit here overlaps. It almost looks like this is part of this, so it's very hard to tell. But I do really like this overexposed old photo kind of look of this, where the blacks are very dark and then the white is very white, and then there's just a sort of, well, then this here is like kind of Giger-esque or mummy kind of ish going on, something happening. And then meanwhile there's these highly abstract expressionistic kind of like skyscraper. Is that a window? Is that a computer, a row of computer panel buttons? I mean, Don't know. Don't know. And I like that there's like a crack here kind of above the eye a little bit, or something that looks like a crack. I don't get it, but it's interesting. And also the single horn here. There's just so much to look at. And also, this kind of looks like Bing Crosby.
Yeah, it does.
All right. We might have to do a second session of this. This is taking longer than I thought it would, but I'm also kind of enjoying showing these to you. What do you think of that?
Looks like death.
It does.
Holding a ladle.
A ladle, or a golf club. Also, what's with the thing coming out of its head there? If that wasn't there, this would be perfect and strange. And now it's just strange and imperfect.
Right. He kind of looks like Blade from Puppet Master. The face.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Blade, the little doll there. The little puppet there. Yeah, absolutely. I like that this is kind of like abstract city skyline. It also kind of looks like wires, maybe. Going into a synthesizer.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite ones. Look at that. Look at that. This is my point is, it's not Mike Myers.
No.
But it is really interesting because it's almost like Hannibal Lecter as the Wizard of Oz, or at least as the giant floating head version of Oz.
Yes.
Like that would look great on something. Yeah. What do you think?
That looks legit.
All right. Moving on. I guess you'll have to take note of some of these if you want any of these me to send you any of these images separately.
Yeah, that one.
So you want that one?
Yep.
Okay. That's interesting.
Looks like Frankenstein's head, kind of.
It does, and the ears pop out on the side too.
Yep.
So they're still kind of giving this impression that it's a mask, because it is. It is a mask. Speaking of masks, this one's
Japanese.
Yeah, for lack of a better, yeah. There's definitely kind of like a what is that television show that they had over there? It's a kaiju show, and it was called Ultra, I think. And eventually Ultraman. There'd be like these kind of specific designs of like the robot. And then
whatever the hell that is.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Looks like part of a sword, maybe a cleaver or something, except these stripes are on there, so then it's like, I don't know. And also, what's coming out of the head or going into the head there? What is that? What is happening? Meanwhile, the lines and the shading, the simplicity of the backgrounds is perfect. So it's this odd mixture of perfection and imperfection, and then things that are, maybe perfection is too strong a word. Anyway, and then the last one in the Michael Myers and Fritz Lang's Metropolis series is this one. It's a
sad why me.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mike Myers sort of plucks his eyebrows kind of thing going on. There is something happening there. So those are the series of Fritz Lang, Michael Myers and Fritz Lang's Metropolis. Here's one. I'm going to see if I can, I only got 5 of these and one of them is blurry. Because sometimes if it comes up with something that it reads as violating terms of service, like maybe it looks like a nude part of a person's body, it will send you a blurry image instead of an image, and then it won't charge you for that, which is nice. But it happens by accident, so let's see here. Okay, so this one is so the prompt I put in was a Pixar film about Nosferatu, 1922. So now this looks more like conceptual art to me. It's still pretty cool, but not quite, not quite there. I do like it's trying to spell it here. It's got Nostagfazslit or something there.
Sounds German enough.
It really does. And then this one here, I don't know. A lot of writing that's into strength and then blurry. And then 2 more. And then this one. There's a happy guy.
He's like, yay, look at me.
And then, right. So there's that one. So now then I put in a prompt. I modified the prompt slightly. And instead of just a Pixar film about Nosferatu, I put in a Pixar CGI film about Nosferatu. And that got me this one to begin with.
Oh, that's pretty wicked.
Now you can see now it looks like it's 3D. And also this looks kind of like General Grievous to me.
A little bit.
And plus there's like, I don't know, this weird sort of glow coming out of there. All right. And then...
Already.
Still not quite Pixar-y, but still pretty interesting. That's almost Boris Karloff-ish. There's something going on there. And then, okay, well, this is a little more CG going on, and it's still got the Nosferatu shape. There's the bat-like ears and the very thin and front face, so that's good. And then...
oh, that's pretty wicked.
It's pretty cool. And then whatever the hell that's supposed to be.
That's funny as hell.
It's pretty funny, isn't it? All right. Let's see. They got this one. We got this one. That's interesting.
Headless vampire.
Yeah. An armless over here, unless it's in front. But then there's like this cool, like, kind of like depth of it where they're coming across there, and then this alcove or area. That's interesting.
Okay, he's got a Lando Calrissian look going on. With Batman.
Sort of vaguely angry and off camera. Something's going on there.
These damn kids, they're bothering me during the sunlight.
And then let's see. Ooh.
Yes.
This one's... I need my coffee.
I just woke up.
All vampires sound like Bela Lugosi. They all sound like it. Even Nosferatu. Yep. Even Max Schreck. Hello, I am Calibos. From it's Stephen Merchant's character from Logan. Not really. But it's still that's an interesting look. Okay, then there's the blurry one, and then I got two left here. Well, okay. So the face has pretty much disappeared. There's some kind of wing type thing happening here, maybe, or maybe it's just more cloak. I really do like the environment, though. It's pretty cool looking. And then the last one in this series is this one. All right. So now we didn't get to any of the Wizard of Oz stuff or any of the Cthulhu stuff, but I think this is a pretty good first sort of representation of this stuff. Would you like to do another one of these another time?
Absolutely.
Oh, good, because I have more. I just didn't know how long it would take and to either get started or also go through any of them. But I like, I think this could be fun. So it's about all the time we have for a sort of special kind of episode, non-sequential but Halloween season themed of Antisocial Show. I'm Tyson Sainer.
And I'm Hunter Block. Stay haunted, my friends.
Be decent to each other.
Absolutely. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good time, folks.